Leave him! Leave me alone! I hate men! You men are dangerous!
On the day Priscilla turned 15, the world expected her to blow candles. Instead, she watched her mother die. My name is not important, but what I'm about to tell you is the story of a girl whose birthday became a curse, a memory wrapped in blood, betrayal, and a pain that shaped the woman she will become. This is the story of Priscilla James. Once upon a time, in a quiet, wealthy neighborhood in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, there lived the James family, a family of 4, a family everyone envied. There was Priscilla, the first daughter, 15 years old, dark skin like polished cocoa, with beautiful natural hair that coils softly around her face. She's slim, tall, sweet, with a smile that made even adults pause. She was the type of girl that teachers brag about, graceful, quiet, and intelligent. Then there was her younger sister, Precious, 13 years old, also dark-skinned, but brighter, bubbler, full of life. Her eyes were big, beautiful, shining like she carried a million stars inside of them. She talked fast, laughed hard, and hugged deeply. Their mother, Vera, she was elegant in human form, a dark-skinned queen, curvy, graceful, always smiling like soft rose perfume. She was a successful businesswoman. She sold luxury fabric. She had loyal staffs, a booming store, and a heart big enough to mother the whole world. And then there was James, the father, tall, dark, and handsome, well-built, always in crisp shirts that smelled like expensive cologne. He was a respected engineer, known across the states. He made money, a lot of money, and loved his family, or so everyone thought. For years, this family was perfect. Money, devotion, family dinners, laughter echoing through the big white mansion, love everywhere. But happiness is fragile, too fragile. And one day, everything changed. It happened slowly, like a sickness creeping into a healthy body. James stopped coming home early, stopped smiling, stopped talking, and stopped caring. The man who used to lift his guests into the air now lifted his hand only to strike their mother. At first, it was shouting, then insult, then pushing, then full-blow beatings. Priscilla and Precious would hide behind the staircase, hugging each other, whispering, "Daddy, please stop. Daddy, please leave mommy alone." But James never stopped. The guests cried, the walls shook, the love died. Vera endured everything. She prayed, she fasted, she begged, because she wanted to protect her daughters, because she believed the man she married still exists somewhere inside that monster. She was wrong. Now, let me take you to the day everything shattered. Priscilla's 15th birthday. A special day, a happy day, a day she has been counting down to. On that day, the house was decorated with pink balloons, and Precious made a handmade birthday card for her. The cook baked a chocolate cake, Priscilla's favorite cake. But as the guests dressed up, smiling, their hearts full of joy. But Vera's heart was full of fear, because James has been angry for weeks. He had been drinking and he had been staying out late. And that day, he came home with something none of them expected. A woman, a heavily pregnant woman, his side chick, standing right behind him, smiling proudly. Vera froze. her daughters froze. The word froze. And James said the word that split the air. I said she will live here with us now. She is carrying my child, my son, and my holy son. Vera's heart broke loudly. Pain flooded her face. James, please, not today. Not on your daughter's birthday. Please, her voice cracked. James didn't care. His face darkened. He shouted. Vera shouted. The guests cried. The argument grew. The tensions exploded. And in one moment of poor rage, James grabbed Vera, pushed her, and she hit her head against the wall. The sound, the tone, the silence afterward changed their life forever. Vera collapsed to the floor, her eyes open but empty, her body still, too still. Precious screamed. Priscilla dropped to her knees. Mommy, 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 wake up! Mommy, please wake up! Their tears soaked her dress. But Vera, their mother, their protector, was gone. On the day Priscilla turned 15, her birthday became her mother's death day. When James realized she was dead, he didn't show guilt. He didn't show fear. He showed anger. Then he started threatening the guests. If you ever tell anyone what you saw, or if you ever tell anyone what happened today, I swear I will kill the both of you. I will forget the both of you are my daughters. After all, my girlfriend is pregnant with my son. His voice thundered through the house. The guests froze. Their hearts pounded. He meant it. They knew he meant it. So that night, the two guests with swollen eyes and shaking hands ran away. They ran barefooted through the estate. They ran until their legs trembled because they were so scared that their father, their protector, their provider might hurt them. They ran until the loud thumping in their chests became unbearable. They hid behind shops. They slept outside a church gate. Rain fell on them. Mosquitoes bite them. But pain kept them awake. They had lost everything. Their mother, their protector, their father, the one who was supposed to care for them. A kind church woman found them in the morning and took them in. For months, life was a survivor. The two sisters, Priscilla and Precious, washed plates for people. They scrubbed floors. They braided hairs for 200 naira. They struggled for food, struggled for clothes, struggled with nightmares. But they stayed together. Priscilla stopped smiling. She became quiet, cold, emotionless. Precious, she became so determined. She studied with borrowed textbook. She said, one day, I will become a lawyer and put daddy behind bars. Daddy must pay for what he did to mommy. Mommy, you must get justice. And Priscilla will whisper, one day, I will make him pay. I will make him pay for all the tears, for everything he did to us, for the death of my innocent mother. Two sisters, same pain, different weapon. Time passed. Wounds did heal. They hardened. Priscilla grew into a breathtaking woman. Slim, elegant, dark-skinned beauty with sharp cheekbone and sorrow resting permanently in her eyes. Her beauty drew attentions everywhere she went, but she pushed everyone away, especially men, because she thought all men are James, her father. All men are wicked. She hated men, all of them. To her, every man was James. Every man was dangerous. She hates love because she witnessed what her father did to her mother. And every year on her birthday, she would sit alone, crying, remembering the night she watched her mother died. remembering the nights she watched her father kill her mother. She would visit her mother's grave, kneel down, place fresh flowers, and whisper, "Mommy, I swear I will get you justice, no matter what it is." Meanwhile, Precious kept her promise. She studied day and night. No sleep, no party, no distractions. People mock her, but she didn't care. She became one of the best law students in her university. She said, "I am doing this for mommy." But life is strange. One day, while Priscilla was working at a fashion boutique, arranging clothes, a man walked in. Tall, dark-skinned, well-built, dressed in a casual white shirt and a black trousers. His perfume filled the air before he even spoke. His name was Sam. Sam was everything good, everything most ladies would pray for. Polite, honest, charming, a young politician, a man with influence, a man with a pure heart. The moment he saw Priscilla, he froze. She was breathtaking. Her skin glowed. Her posture radiated quiet strength. Her eyes carried storm. He approached her. "Hi, my name is Sam." She didn't even look at him. He tried again and again and again. He bought flowers for her, but she threw them away. He complimented her. She ignored him. One day, he said, "I just want to know you." And she replied, "I don't like men. I hate them. I don't need men. Stay away from me." Her tone was sharp. Her eyes were cold. Sam stepped back, hurt, but not angry. He saw her pain. He saw her fear. And instead of walking away, he stayed. Not to fix her, but to be someone who didn't hurt her. One rainy evening, Sam saw Priscilla walking alone with flowers. He quietly followed her, curious but respectful. She stopped at a grave site, her mother's grave site. She knelt down and cried like she had been holding the pain for years. Sam didn't approach her. He didn't speak. He just watched and understood. That was the day Sam fell deeper in love with Priscilla, not with her beauty, but with her brokenness. Precious finally graduated law school, top of her class, fearless, focused. She started investigating their mother's death. She looked for evidence. She looked for old neighbors, old house help, daughters, anyone who knew what happened that day. And slowly, the truth began to form. James had turned into a violent man. He had abused Vera for years. The side chick had caused many fights. The neighbors heard screaming. The police ignored everything because James was rich. A monster had lived in that house. A monster hidden behind words. And now, the daughters were coming for him. During this period, Priscilla became worse emotionally. She cried every night. She had panic attacks. She couldn't sleep. Memories haunted her. But Sam stayed. Sam brought food. She didn't eat. He sat outside her door. She ignored him. He tried to talk to her. She walked away. But one night, she finally broke. She cried into Sam's chest. She told him everything. Every slap, every scream, every bruises, and every fear. Every moment of watching her mother beg for life. Every moment of watching her father beat her mother. Sam held her like she was the most fragile thing in the world. And slowly, very slowly, Priscilla allowed herself to feel again. to breathe again, and she allowed herself to rest again. She allowed herself to love again. The sisters finally strike their fathers down, Precious and Priscilla. He was now living in another city with his side chick and their child, still arrogant, still wealthy, still dangerous. But this time, he wasn't the only one with power. Precious had law, Priscilla had the truth, Sam had political influence. They gathered evidence, witnesses, reports, photos, statements. A storm was coming for James. On the courtroom, James walked in confidently, smiling, as if nothing could touch him. But when he saw his daughters, his face dropped. Precious stood tall, dark-skinned, beauty in a black suit, holding documents. Priscilla stood beside her, elegant, fierce, unbroken, and Sam sat behind them, a silent pillar of support. The case was brutal, painful, emotional, but Precious argued with fire in her voice. She exposed every secret, every bruise, every crime. Priscilla spoke too, her voice shaking, as she described the night her mother died. James tried to lie, tried to threaten, tried to twist the truth, but justice refused to bend. When the judge finally spoke, the courtroom went silent. James was sentenced to life imprisonment with hard labor for the murder of Vera, for the years of abuse, for the trauma he caused his daughters. The moment he heard the sentence, James collapsed on the ground. And for the first time, Priscilla felt something she hadn't felt in 15 years. Peace of mind and smile on her face. At least my mother had gotten her justice. After the trial, the sisters, Priscilla and Precious, visited their mother's gravesite. They placed flowers, they knelt, they cried. Priscilla whispered, "Mommy, you have justice now. I promised you and I kept to my promise." Precious added, "We did it for you. We love you." The wind blew gently, as if Vera, their mother, was hugging them from heaven. Weeks later, Priscilla stood on a bridge at sunset. Sam walked up beside her. She smiled softly, a smile he had been waiting years to see. "Sam," she said quietly, "thank you. Thank you for loving me, even when I didn't love myself." Sam took her hand slowly, gently. "I will always choose you, Priscilla." And for the first time, she didn't pull away. She held his hand back. This is not just a story of pain. It's a story of survivor, a story of two sisters who refused to be broken, a story of a mother who didn't die in vain, a story of love that healed wound, a story of justice that finally came, and a story that began with one painful, unforgettable truth, and a story of the day Priscilla turned 15. She didn't blow candle, she buried her mother, but she rose, she fight, she lived, and she won. Thank you so much for watching this story. Your support means everything. If you enjoyed this story, please do not forget to subscribe, like, share your comments on the comment section, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.